Welcome. You are about to encounter Thomas Merton as a teacher and spiritual master. Merton's talks will transport you back in time to the classrooms in which he personally taught. This program is part of a series exclusively available from Now You Know Media through our partnership with the Thomas Merton Legacy Trust and the Thomas Merton Center. In our Merton series, you will hear a carefully curated and remastered selection of actual recordings made by Merton with a tape machine in the 1960s. You may hear Merton conversing with some of his students, or the chiming of bells in the Abbey. Although their sound quality does not compare to modern studio recordings, we are sure you will agree that these talks are a timeless part of his legacy that reveal Merton as both a simple monk and a spiritual master. We invite you to visit our website, nowyouKnowMedia.com, where you can explore dozens of curated Thomas Merton collections, as well as our catalog of more than 300 audio and video courses and retreats. To enhance your appreciation of the talks in this set, we've included a discussion of their content and context, presented by a leading Merton expert. You can hear this presentation at the end of the series. Thomas Merton was a Trappist monk and the beloved author of such best-selling works as The Seven-Story Mountain and New Seeds of Contemplation. One of the 20th century's great mystics, Merton was also a masterful teacher who delivered powerful lectures to the novice monks at the Abbey of Gethsemane. A spiritual sage and guide for countless men and women, Merton struggled with complex questions about God's existence, moral values, and the role of organized religion. Those who knew him also experienced his gifts as a homilist and teacher. The talks you are about to listen to reveal the profundity of his thought and the intensity of his spirituality. Enjoy your time with Thomas Merton. Art and Poetry, October 31st, 1964.
So now, let's see, we've been talking about art, and plastic art, mostly visual art. Now I want to get into poetry, literature. We can talk about this. This is important to talk about. First of all, because naturally, when you're reading the Bible, you're reading literature, and you're reading poetry, and you've got to read it as poetry. And poetry, when reduced to prose, is no longer the same thing. But anyway, we'll be talking in terms of poetry. What is poetry and so forth? What's it all about? See, why poetry? Why do they go into this kind of stuff? Let's have a little discussion to begin with on the difference between literature and visual art. They deal with different things, and they go at it in different ways. And they have to do with a different kind of experience. So what's the difference? What hit you? You got a toothache? You just pulled a tooth out? What? No. Oh, you cut yourself shaving. I thought you had a wisdom tooth out or something. Go ahead. It's all right. Bleed a little for us. Put a little life into this outfit here. What's the difference between literature and, when I say art now, I mean things like painting and sculpture and so forth. How are you going to talk about the difference between these two things? How are you going to approach this? Somebody comes up to you and says, I've never read a book and I've never seen a picture. What's the difference between literature and art? How are you going to explain that, Brother Cyprian?
One fact is the medium in which they're...
All right, the medium. What are they?
Painting, they use largely colors and material objects of different metals nowadays.
Yeah.
But in literature, you just have words. So you have
all right, so you
thought or expression in words.
Yeah. Well, now that, of course, is going to tell you something about the difference, just the mere fact that with one thing you deal with a material medium, see, and another you're dealing with words. Obviously, you're going to have two different kinds of experience that you're talking about. Well, again, then what do you do with art? What do you do with these colors?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?